Hi friends, it's Susan Smith with StampCreatively. I did this card last week on our online exclusive fan club when Tanya and I got together. So I did this card. I've already done it once, but I wanted to show you again on a separate video so I could post it a few other places. But in the online exclusive fan club, I did this card and Tanya did something different. So make sure you check it out so you can see some of the things that we did together. So I did this card. I used Beautiful Pumpkin dies in the Beautiful Pumpkin stamp set. I really liked this. We always have a couple of different fall stamp bundles, but I really like this one, and it's online exclusive. So this is what I did. The part, I love it, but it's a little hard to show because you do this. So the card does this whole thing and stands up, but you can't really see it. But it stands up with the bottom. Thankful for the small things. So, way easier than what it looks. Let me show you. So, I ran my embossing folder. I'm using Basic Beige. And I ran it through the embossing folder that's called Gathering Leaves. I knew the name of it till I sat down here to do this with you. So it's called Gathering Leaves and it's an online exclusive. So I took 4 by 5 1/4, ran it through my embossing folder to get the texture that I wanted. Then I'm going to scooch these. I don't like to give my campers too many details because then they think they can't go home and do it themselves. So all you need to do is you pick what you want to score this at. 1 1/4, 1 inch, 3/4. You're just going to score it like this. Then you're going to take it and slide it in to 5 1/2. Because that's what our card bases are. My dogs are going to eat something. I don't know what it is. I'm down here. But you can hear them barking. I apologize. Because I need this part of the card to be 5 1/2. So I'm going to fold this over and it matches. Okay? So now I've got 5 1/2. I'm sorry. I don't know if I said 5 1/4 or 5 1/2. 5 1/2. So 1 by 5 1/2. I need to crease this down. Because I want this to be 5 1/2. Then this, I'm going to cut off whatever I want. I can make this 3/4. I can make it 1 inch because I scored that top piece at 1 inch. So I'm going to make this 1 inch. That's what I chose to do. It's your card. When you do it, you can do it any way you want. So I'm going to take my seal. I'm going to go across here. Oh, look, I have contraband. I shred my ribbons and stuff, and then I end up with these little pieces. Get off. Okay, so I'm going to put this piece up here, and my hand is sticking to it. So it's going to go across there. I went a little bit too long. I mean, you know how that is. You just kind of scrub it off. Then this one, I'll be smarter and go on the Basic Beige. I like a tone on tone, so this is Basic Beige on Basic Beige. I'm going to put this right here. Okay? This was the hardest part that they had to remember. This, which is one 3/4 by 5 1/2. And this Pretty Designer Series paper is 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. This was the hardest part, which is funny because it's not a hard part. So you're going to seal this on here. Early espresso. So this is 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. This piece, you just seal up at the top because if you seal it all the way down, it closes your card. Okay. So there we have that. I'm going to make my pumpkin and then make this cute little piece that's going to go in here. All right, now it's time to stamp. So this is peach pie. We're going to stamp our big pumpkin in peach. And then we're going to add some pumpkin pie. And it lines up really well. And then I'm going to add my stem. I love fall. I love pumpkins. I live in the woods, and it works out really well for me. Oh, I didn't mean to close this one. This is that scrap piece. You know when you trim your pieces to 4 by 5 1/4? That's this piece. It's the little piece that's left over. Okay, now I need my dies so I can cut this out. Gonna grab my mini boss because she works perfectly for this. I'm gonna cut out my pumpkin and my stem. Come on, stem. It has all these great little impression pieces that are so cute. So I can get texture to my stem. Like this one puts a texture on it, but I already stamped it, so I don't need that one. But if I just wanted a gold stem or something, it would add texture. So I'm gonna put my pumpkin in here. There's my stem. There we go. Oh, here's another little stem. I'll put that one away. Put all these little pieces back in here. Then I'm gonna grab my gold because I loved these gold leaves. That shows you a little bit of the texture. See how pretty that is? So I want my gold. I have it all out here until I don't. I lay this stuff out, talk to myself about it, and then it's probably right here. I did a video earlier where I couldn't find my Wink of Stella. It was right here. So the gold is probably right here. You can probably see it. It's just me that can't. All right, so I'm gonna run this. This is the gold foil. You just add such a pretty accent. I love my mini boss. Now I can't do everything in it. I couldn't have embossed the piece of paper that I did earlier. But for these little dies, it just works so well. Okay, let's poke this out so you can see how pretty it is. Look, friends. There's all that fun texture. All right, now we're some assembly required. I'm going to put this gold in here for the next time so I don't have to search for it. All right, now we're just some assembly required. So I am going to stick my pumpkin on with a couple of dimensionals. You can't see it, but over here is a little thing of M&Ms that has kept me going today. Some days it's one of those days. I Had a little package of M&Ms that I was using for a project. And I had one little pack left. You know, those little individual packages, because it is, you know, Halloween, so those little things are out and about. Okay, so I put a glue dot on the back of my leaves. I put a glue dot on the back of my stem. Now I've got this part done. And so down here, all the way at the bottom, is where this piece goes. And it needs to be on dimensionals so that it raises up. So I'm just going to stick some dimensionals on the back of here. When I started with Stampin' Up! 27 years ago, I started because I had been a stamper for a while and they showed me dimensionals. Blew my mind. So when people say, oh, I signed up for the discount, I signed up for dimensionals. My $325 kit. Game changer. All right, friends. There we go. Cute as it can be. Thanks for joining me. If you need this card, message me and I'll send you Grateful for the Little Things. Oh, I almost forgot these. Cajun Craze Gold Dots online exclusives. Perfect with this. This paper's got that Cajun Craze in it. And the gold. These are just shimmery little dots. Can I over embellish? No, not a thing. I need another one. Let's use this one. All right, friends. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day and be thankful for the small things. Bye.